here.
All right. I love it when it says recording in progress. Hey, welcome to another special edition of Living Courageously Exposed, the Spitfire Ultra Trail Challenge edition. Today is the 17th of February, and we are talking again about couples who run together. And I'm sure you've heard the statement, couples who run together, I don't know, eat more snacks together.
Yeah. Yeah. We had
I'm
half
sure,
a bag of chips today.
right? I'm sure there's plenty of statements out there in regards to that. But today we have Benjamin and Janelle, and we met Ben and Janelle as participants in the Spitfire Ultra, and then started seeing them at other races, the over the top trail race. They were also spotted at Ronar, and I'm
Yeah.
sure they've been to others. And so
Palisades.
their Palisades, yes. Oh my gosh, all these great races that we have around here as in Eastern Idaho. Um, and so we thought it would be kind of fun just because it's Valentine's, the month of love, to chat with our couples about running together, like the good, the bad, the ugly of running together, and why you would encourage other people to do it. So I know I just asked you guys what you do for your vocations, but Ben, will you share again what you
Yeah.
do?
Yeah. I'm a biology professor at the College of Eastern Idaho. So I've worked there for about 5 years now.
Very cool. Very cool. And Janelle?
I'm the lab coordinator at the college, so I help with the labs. So yes, we also work together.
Yes.
So you guys get a lot of together time.
Yep.
And you
Plenty.
like each other?
Still, yes,
I
after 15
see.
years.
See, it's the best. It's the best. Okay, so I'm like, maybe we should talk about activities that you don't do together.
Yeah. There's not many.
Right. See, we need to sit down and have a conversation. Um, so another conversation outside of this one, but today let's stick it to running. How did you guys like did you how did your running journey begin? Did you start individually? Was one of you into it before? Or like tell us a little bit about that.
So in high school, I ran cross country as probably most distance runners, did. And then in college, we met in college and we both found out that we ran cross country in high school. In fact, our parents live 10 minutes from each other, but we were in different school districts, so we never knew each other. And we didn't quite overlap in years. So Janelle also did cross country, and
That's really cool.
but we never ran together until college.
Wow, until college. That's fantastic. So where is like original home for you?
Woodinville, Washington.
Did you say Woodinville?
Hmm.
It's a
Okay.
suburb of Seattle, so
Okay,
in
very
the
cool.
Redmond, Seattle area.
Yeah, I think I've heard of it, but I know nothing about it. Very cool. Okay, so running started with cross country. What do you remember your first race as a couple? Like, and if so, what was it?
It would probably be we did maybe Moscow Mountain. We also did Farragut. There was a trail race in Farragut Park. We didn't run the race together. I think I did the 5K and she did like the 10K or something like that. But that would have been one of the first ones. And then Moscow Mountain. So I did my PhD in Pullman at
Okay.
WSU.
Yep, I was gonna
So
say,
yeah, Moscow Mountain. And then we also did the Snake River Half Marathon
yeah,
together.
Loose road runners.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very,
that's when we
yeah.
got into trail running.
yeah.
I got you into
She
trail
got me into
running.
trail.
Ooh, I love it. And she's like, I'm owning that one. I brought you over to the good side.
Hmm. Yeah.
And then he just took it much further
Yes.
than I originally
I
wanted.
like I like the endurance side of it, so I'm always
Right?
pushing the distance.
So now that you're back, you're on the Jedi force of running now. And Janelle's like, wait a minute. Yeah, now you've gone way too far, literally.
Yes, so I can tell
Janelle,
you about that.
yes,
Well,
do.
tell them what I made you do this year.
You mean what we signed up for?
What we signed up for this year.
Oh my, we signed up for the 208.
Oh,
So,
yes.
which I said
Yes.
I would never ever do. And
So
then
for those
somehow,
of our listeners who don't know what the 208 is, explain.
Okay, so it's the Ronar 108K, which is the hardest thing I've ever done. And then it's less than a month later, the Beaverhead 100K, which the 50K is one of the hardest races we've ever done as well. It just keeps
I
going up.
I have done the Beaverhead 50K. That's a beast. I thought I
Yeah.
was going to die there literally because we got caught in a lightning storm at the top of the scree. Yeah,
Yeah.
so those are two
So, so
incredibly challenging races, and you're both doing it?
yes, so I did the 108 in 2024, and
Okay.
then I tried to do the 208 last year, but got sick and DNF'd Roner, so dropped down, wasn't ready for it. And then this year I wanted to do it again, and Janelle was just sick of waiting for me because she does the 55K normally
Yeah.
at Roner, and
Yeah. Look
she
at
like
that
waited,
smile.
20 the 20 hours it took me and waited there. And so she said I might as well do it too.
Yeah.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna
So that's actually one of my questions is because a lot of times people who run together aren't at the same skill level or want to run the same distances or things like that. How do you work that out as a couple? Like when you're going to a race, what does that look like for you guys? And me personally, Leah and I talked last night on another podcast, and I, s- I was like, I think communication is the biggest, like, important piece of running together, just like a relationship. But what is it for you guys? How do you decide? Like, you're like, I'm tired of waiting, I'll just run it with you. But when you're different paces, possibly, or different distances, talk to us about that.
I'd say generally, if one of us is going to run a race, the other one might as well do it because we're both going to be there. So, the distance question, I keep pushing it and I keep getting frowny faces from that. But I've persevered long enough to grind her down to the point. We have done some longer races. She's done a 50 mile and we did a
Okay.
100K in October. We did the Kodiak. So I
Okay.
think as she realizes she can do it, then she'll just show up and then most of the time beat me.
Yeah.
So it's not as bad for her. I get good video of myself at the finish line though from her.
Right? Okay, so Janelle, first of all, I don't believe that you can have a frowny face. Can you show us your frowny face? That's
I think
that's
you've always seen
that's
it.
what I
It's
thought.
reserved. It's a private look.
I'm
More
like,
like an eye roll. And
you're right,
yeah.
that really quick, like evil look, like you son of a gun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
there's that.
So Janelle, what is that for you? Like, I think Ben makes a good point of like, I don't the grind you down piece makes me laugh, but just the continual, I'm gonna say nudging and prodding and like you can do this, I believe in you. You've how is that process for you and actually stepping into the longer distance? Like, is it really just part of like, oh my gosh, I don't want to wait for you for 20 hours. I could probably be right next to you. Like, can you go through that a little bit?
um, yeah, I think I never would have run all these ultras if he didn't tell me I could do it, actually. Like,
Yeah,
I think you're much more confident in yourself, and, telling me that I can do things makes me want to do it as well, I guess. Like, I never would have signed up for a 100K race at all if you.
right.
It doesn't sound very, it
It
doesn't
doesn't
sound
seem.
appealing.
No, and only crazy people do that kind of stuff.
And I feel like we just ran 100K and I said I'd never run one again. And then I signed up for two more. So I don't really know. But I think if you weren't doing it, I wouldn't be doing it either.
So
But I
so
have a
there's
lot of fun. Like, I love it. I just didn't have the self-confidence alone
yeah,
to do it and just the ability to do it. You drive me to the races. You help plan all the races. He helps plan all of the nutrition and all of that stuff also. He's into spreadsheets and I'm not into that.
there is something to that. Like there's a lot that goes into this that I think people who
Mhm.
don't run this way on they just sort of look at you and go, "You're crazy." And you're like, "Well, yeah." But I agree, there is something very valuable and helpful in having someone who, like I used to have a friend when I got into it, a friend who had a binder and had the log sheet of like when you meet your crew, like this is what you ate. Did you pee? Did you, defecate? Did you have blah blah blah? Did you what was all your all the things? Everything was on a spreadsheet or mapped out some way. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, this is actually really cool. Um, and
And
when I
helpful.
started doing it myself, I was like, wow, I kind of like the spreadsheets, but I do like when someone else does them too, let's be real.
Hmm.
So
Yes.
do you feel like I'm like, what is my question in regards to that? The there is something to the camaraderie of running together. So do you guys actually stay together in the long races like that, or do you have an agreement of like what that could look like?
The agreement is usually she takes off because she's faster than me most times. And she says, I'll see you at the finish line. And then I, it's actually quite relieving for me because the few races when I've passed her, it's always that question of, do I need to stay with her because she's probably having a bad day?
Sure.
Or am I going to get in trouble if I beat her? Because, that's a big no-no
Fair.
too. But it's actually harder for me. I worry a lot more when I'm in front because if I catch her, like I don't know, we did Legends Never Die, and I caught up to her, and I knew it was not a great day, so I stayed with her. But I don't know where else have I beat you. We
She's
did
like,
the
you don't.
volcanic 50K around Mount St. Helens, and
Ooh.
I caught and passed her, and she was running with some other people, so I felt better about going ahead because that was my good year. 2024 was my good year. I was in shape that year, so
I
I
love
couldn't
that.
squander that one.
Right?
Oh, I
Well,
remember.
go ahead.
Sorry, one funny story.
Oh, let's hear
Spitfire,
it.
Mm-hmm.
55K,
Yeah,
I
Spitfire
believe it
55K.
was.
Mm-hmm.
You no. We caught each other after the first lap. I think we were at the aid station at the
Mm-hmm.
bottom together, and then we started out together. You passed me. At the top of the hill, I fell on the flat gravel section,
Yes.
and my hand was all bloody. I was just like dripping blood everywhere, and he just runs straight past me. Says, "Are you okay?" And then waves to
There
me.
was someone there with
He's like,
her.
I'm having a good day. See you later. Don't bleed out.
Just
It
stay
was
stuck.
at the top of the hill. There's people all over. It's not like we were in the middle of
Oh my
nowhere.
gosh. And then I passed you at the end.
Yes, you beat
No.
me. So
She's like,
yep.
see you
Back.
later, sucker.
Yep.
Okay,
But
that is funny. That is
no,
funny. So,
we do better not running together
okay.
usually.
So what is that conversation or those few minutes, together when he does catch you and Ben and you can tell that she's having what are those moments like, whether they're good or not so good, and how do you move through them besides
It's
one foot in front of the other?
it's usually is this a a risky situation like uh Legends Never Die. They ran out of water at an aid station, and that's where we started having trouble. So that was a like we're gonna stay together kind
Okay,
of decision versus
sure.
at Spitfire at the top of the North Butte. There's tons of
There's
people
people.
around. There's an aid station down the hill. You're
I
not
love
gonna
how you're
die.
covering this, man.
Yeah,
Keep
it's
going.
not. I'm not bad here. How about for you when you catch me?
I mean, as long as you're still walking and still talking to me, then I know you're
I look
fine. You
terrible
don't
all
need
the
me.
time when I run, so
That would be
it's
me.
pretty obvious that I'm still there if I'm moving.
That's awesome. So when would you like absolutely be like, no, I'm letting go of what I thought this race was going to be for me, and we're just going to do this together.
Uh, when has that been? I mean, that Legends Never Die one
Legends.
was that one kind of moment. I she you caught
Same
me
at
at
Mount St. Helens.
yeah
I
at
mean,
Mount
like,
St. Helens.
tell one person's just way more into it is like go for it, you know. I don't want to
Yeah.
hold you back and
We
I'm
we
gonna
do a
finish
we do a
this.
lot of like adventure together. Like we like did a circumnavigation of the Teton and like then we
Yeah.
stay together, right? But when it's a race, there's sweeps, there's people around, it's pretty safe. I don't know. We stay together at Palisades
Till the end,
till the end?
10 miles.
Yeah. I mean, like, if it's kind of one of those like real sloggy
Right.
races, then it's nice to have someone there for you.
Absolutely, right? Especially someone that you know and love and all the things. So do you guys actually train together or do you train separate?
Training is interesting for her. I like to train, like I set up workouts and things like that. She likes to go her own pace. But it
And
works
do
for
whatever
her.
I feel.
Yeah, she's a very feel runner. So,
I
but
love
we
that. So am I.
we
We're
do
very different.
we do usually during the week run separately, and then on the weekend we'll usually run together. So like this
Okay.
weekend on Valentine's Day, whatever, we did 9 miles of hills, and then on Monday we skied together. But then like, well, this morning you made me run in the sloppy snow. But
Right.
yeah, but normally, like we kind of train separately. We're at separate paces too, so
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. So do you train? I'm gonna guess that Janelle trains a lot more like I do, which is just you just go run and you run what feels good. I'm like, when I'm running along, it's like, okay, I need a 2 hour run today. I'm just gonna go run. Or maybe I'll like, okay, something that will mimic the course. So I need some hills on for 2 hours. And I'm gonna guess Ben is like, give me the numbers. Today I've got to run 5 miles or I've got to run
mhm,
16 miles.
mhm. Yeah,
That
yeah,
to me is like,
yeah.
Yes, I don't like structure. That just kind of freaks
me
me out.
either.
And he likes structure and wants to regimen,
Yeah. I think is it for me it's like a freedom thing. Running is one of those things that just can allow you to be free, like out of your head, out of your mind, but actually brings you back to your body, back to your soul, back to your person. And I think for me, when I train to numbers, then I'm just like ticking off the clock, ticking off the metrics versus just being inside myself, getting to know myself again.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah, that's you. She
that's
just
me. I
goes
don't
and
like
runs.
listening to anything
She
on
Me
doesn't
runs.
either.
I have
doesn't
no
do anything.
headphones and nothing. He likes to listen to books,
I do books,
podcasts.
podcasts, music,
Yeah.
that stuff. So
Oh
So we
my
are
gosh.
very different, even though we do a lot of
And
things together.
I love this that because it shows that you can be really different and spend a lot of time together and still like be happy and loving and like life is good. Okay, there was Leah wrote me actually a lot of questions. Um, how do you Oh, yeah. What does encouragement look like in tough miles? Whether you're training together on a weekend and it's hard, or maybe you just are at that point where you've caught up to each other in the race and one of you's like, oh, what does encouragement look like?
yeah, how do you encourage me?
She swats
We're
you on
not
the butt
very
and says, get
we're
going.
not very vocal encouragers, I would say. It's more of a like the I think the physical presence is very encouraging. Like I don't like to be left behind,
Yeah,
so I'll try to keep up, and it's a good motivator for me, particularly when we're training
gotcha. Yeah.
things. But yeah, I don't know. When you catch me, you get all mad at me and pass me, so then it picks me up. I gotta pick up the pace there to keep up.
And how about the other way around? Like Janelle, when you're in a space which I don't know. I'm starting to wonder if you really have spaces, but I know you do because we're human. But what does encouragement look like for you? Like, how does Ben support you, or what feels good?
Hmm. Poor thing.
How do I not? Come on.
I love it.
It
I
really
say
is.
looking over and seeing his handsome face probably is a big like boost.
He she tells me my face looks stupid all the time. So don't even don't let's not even kid ourselves here.
Okay, next question. Moving on.
I think it's the behind the scenes things.
Yeah,
All
like
the
talk about that because I think that's important too.
What do you mean?
the food, the planning.
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, you make everything happen. He really does. I like to show up to a race and run it, and you are how do we get there? When do we have to leave? What do we need to pack?
I'm going to
And
say that sounds really, really familiar, Ben. I like your style.
Yeah. I I yeah. I like to plan and having to
so,
plan, then she can
so
just go
I
run
don't
the
have to
race.
worry about all of that.
Yeah. And I think it's great that we whether it's just a partnership, just getting, through every day of life and work and families and all the things that we know what the strengths of our partners are and we let them shine and we do the things that we're really good at. It's like knowing each other that well and being like I can totally do this part. I love it. I'm good at it. Maybe you could help me here. And so I think it's really beautiful that Janelle's laughing. She's like, yeah, you make it happen. I actually just show up and do the thing. And you're like, no, I love doing that piece. It gives me peace of mind and comfort. And um, I think it's adorable. And I would guess you guys probably do that just in regular life as well.
We do that at work too. We know what we're
Yeah.
good at and what we're not. And she does all the logistics and gets things on time and, schedules and things like that. And I talk.
Yeah.
That's my
Well,
main.
right. And even the piece that you talked about of like Janelle saying, I don't know if I have the confidence to do that. And you're like, nudge, 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 like, come on, come on, come on. And I would imagine that goes the other way too with the things that Janelle's more good at. And just I'm like, my mind just went to like, maybe it's the more feeling things. Janelle, do you help with the more get Ben into more feeling spaces or like into his heart, into his body and his soul? Yeah, that's what I thought. Uh-huh.
What do I
She encourages me uh, in her own way, but she also knows when it's time to not be crazy. So
Right.
this winter, I did Dizzy Horse, and all
Yes.
I needed was to get my 8 laps to get my itis, right?
Right.
And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, should I go one more? And she's like, what are you doing? You hurt yourself last year because you went one more. And it's just like, okay, yeah, all right, like sometimes it's
Yeah.
the voice of reason there.
Yes.
You're very
I
reasonable.
Yes.
And
I like the
also,
voice of reason.
yeah, also, whenever the planning doesn't work out, it's never her fault. So I have that to lean on as well.
That is awesome. Oh my gosh, you guys are adorable. I think just like thank you for making this like fun and enjoyable. Okay, what question did you want me to ask?
Just this one.
Oh, what's the most rewarding part of racing together? Or rewarding parts? Things that just like really stand
I know the answer for you.
out.
Food. She loves to get food afterwards, and I love to eat as well. So I think that's the best part.
Food tastes
Thank
better
Yeah,
after a race.
food does taste better after a race or after a long hike or being out in the cold or, that's awesome. So going off of that question, I just got a haircut and I swear I have hair in the back of my throat. Sorry. What? What are some of your favorite foods or things like potato bars at the Spitfire that you enjoy after races?
Mm.
You eat after races.
You haven't been able to eat after Spitfire, but I
It's
love
tough.
the baked potato after Spitfire and the cookies.
Right, the
Cookies.
cookies. Thank
Hmm.
you to the cookie place. They'll be there again this year. And Great Harvest for many years was part of that. So thank
Oh
you.
yeah,
Um,
great harvest.
yeah. So Ben, how does that work for you? Please tell me you're taking home a potato and a cookie.
I, I usually take home food, but like,
Okay.
yeah, I haven't been able to eat after races for a couple hours
Right.
for a long time here. I usually push myself. I like to redline myself, I think, a little more than Janelle does. So I'm usually kind of out of it at the end.
Sometimes I'm not so good at eating during the race, so when
Right?
I'm done, I just eat a ton.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
so
tend
isn't
to
that
eat more
wild
during.
how the bodies work that way? Just sometimes so good and others is just like, oh, I can't get anything down. I'm probably more like you, Ben. It takes me a while to let the blood shunting of the stomach reverse itself but then when I'm hungry, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Is that how it is for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm laughing that you're like the most rewarding part of all this is the food afterwards.
I mean, what else do you have, right? You have pain, suffering. I guess there's accomplishment and things like that, but really, we like to go eat. So
Yeah.
we'll like, we went to Jackson to ski on, yesterday, and we plan our food like we get pastries in the morning and
Love
pizza
it.
in the evening. So,
That's
Like little rituals.
you guys are people after my own heart. Yeah, Leah just said it's like little rituals, things that just bring joy and you look forward to them and memories for sure. I love it. What was this other one? Um, oh, what is that word?
Racing.
Oh, how's racing together impacted your relationship outside of running?
Hmm.
you answer.
Hmm. Why are you laughing at me? Hmm. No, you take this one.
Oh, man. Um, I don't really think it's changed things that much. It puts you in a situation where you have to do things more like uh it breaks you down to the point where you're like, all right, we got to deal with realities of whatever's happening that day. If it's not the body not functioning the way we want it to function, you got to deal with that, or just being able to know when to say, all right, you're fine, or okay, we're going to stop today,
We're
or
done.
knowing each other's limits, I think, too.
Yeah.
It's probably helped more actually, and when we plan our non-race adventures at a race, you got to set distance, right? When you're like going like,
Yeah.
hey, let's go for a run today, it's like, all right, how far do we want to go? And usually I'm like, let's go for 15 miles, and then Janelle's like, yeah, no, you're
I was thinking three
slow.
sounds good.
Yeah, so being able to like figure out a realistic thing, and then just being like realistic about, okay, I'm feeling really strong today, but maybe she's not. So whatever, I gotta sacrifice that really good feeling to chill or whatever. Like
Yeah.
it's really not that big a deal because we do a lot of races. Like we usually do like 5 or 6 races a year. So
Yeah, the medals behind you would
oh
signify
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I love it. Well, and I would also get, as I asked that question, I thought, and I saw the hesitation, like, maybe for you guys, the thought that came to my head was maybe it's not a lot of different because you do so many things together that build those relationships outside of those things that like and inside that maybe that is just regular life for you, like watching out for each other and using each other's strengths and building each other's weakness. And I think it's really cool. Really cool. I think there would be a lot of relationships could be very different if people actually played together.
It is surprising when people don't do stuff together. I always wonder,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's very like noble to see people come and support their significant other and wait at the finish line for 8 hours or whatever. But I don't know. I've done that a couple times. It's nice, but it's not as nice as running the race as well.
Yeah, there is a different energy and a different like we talk about, remember that one time when we did this thing together, or
Yeah.
we fell down a hill, or you had this, or I had that, and you're
We have a
actually in
term.
it together.
We have a term. It's called adventure path. It's when I decide there's a shorter way to get from one place to another that's not the trail. Yes, it's a term that gets used throughout life now. for when
Adventure.
I'm being stupid, basically.
I know a few adventure paths that like look like this.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's don't go down the trail. Let's do
yeah.
this.
No, it'd be shorter if we go down the cliff, right? Like,
Uh,
Yep. Yep. Oh man. Seriously. I love you guys. The more we talk, the more I love you. Um, so you're signed up for Spitfire again, we saw. What is it that you like about Spitfire and besides the race director? And and what keeps you coming back? And why would you, three questions. What do you like about it? What keeps you coming back? And why would you invite other people to come?
Want me to go? Well, Spitfire was the first race we ran when we moved here.
Okay.
Uh, and I think we've done it every year since we've been here.
So how many years? Because I see you showed me the old awards that we used to give.
we got some cowbells there too.
Yeah, I love it.
2022 or
Okay.
2022. Yeah.
was our first one. We did the 30K,
That's awesome.
and that was kind of like our first, I'd say, real trail race, right? Like
Yeah,
longer than an hour, pack your
right.
own
It was
gear.
so hard, but we loved it.
I got
We
a
were like,
very bad
do it
cramp,
again.
like at in the boulder field, on the last loop. I
Uh-huh.
stepped up and like just got this real bad cramp, and it was one of those. I think we had real old crappy Fitbits that didn't last the whole race. So, we were
Road shoes.
road shoes. We were out there learning.
Making the transitions.
But I don't know. We love all the people, the volunteers. I don't know. The vibe of the race is just very cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We like small race,
We
small
do.
race, small community race. We
Right.
live very close, so it's our home race. Well, Dizzy Horse is closer to us,
Yeah,
but Dizzy
right.
Horse is its own animal
Like
there.
it's its own beast.
But what I really like about Spitfire is you get to run on the South Butte, which you don't normally get to do. So we train
Right.
on Manan sometimes, and you're alwast looking over there, and you're like,
And you're
"What's it
like,
like over there?"
ooh.
So getting to run over there is really really nice. It's an early season race, so you get some
Yes.
training in there,
Some
and
some vert you can't get on most
yeah,
years.
good vert there. Um, the the sand I don't like so much, but I've
Right.
learned to live with that. I got gators after the first year, so a little bit
Right.
more prepared now. What else? What was the other things? What keeps us coming back?
Yeah, yeah. What keeps you coming back and why would you invite other people to or encourage other people to do it?
Well, I'm gonna say you keep coming back because it's the first race of the season. You got to get started with something, and
Yes.
it might as well be something that's hard,
Hard.
right? Like it's deceptively hard. They don't look that big, but there's a lot of vert in there, and
Yeah.
the 55K is like a pretty big challenge because you're doing that second loop, and you're like, I just did this, and now I gotta go do it again. It's
Right.
we
Now I know
actually did
what's coming.
we did the 55K 2 years ago, and then last year we're like, nah, just the 30K, man. We can't stomach it. But now we're back up to the 55.
I love it. Oh my gosh, I it's so fun. Well, and what's interesting is we used to run that course, the 55K, out on the desert. So you
Oh,
would do a loop, and then we go and or did we do two loops? We did two loops on the North Butte,
mhm.
11 miles out on the desert, and then you'd come back and do the Butte again minus the service road on the back. So
Oh,
right there,
that's
right?
evil.
It was tough and for safety issues, and we'd always been looking to bring in the South Butte. And thank you to our good friend Chris Carney, helped us get that course going over there. And we actually dropped the vert just a little bit by doing that Butte, but it's close to, I think we're at like 6,800, 60. You guys can tell me later, pop it in the
It's
comments when you
enough.
see this.
It's
It's a
enough
lot.
to
But people
to
are like, I'm just training for that little Banana Butte race. I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Well, and and we've got some people from work to come out and do the 10K and things like that.
Awesome.
And so it's nice to see other people. You get to see a lot of people, especially with the two loops. You get a
Yes.
lot of cheering from the other people, and you're slogging it up the service road, and they're like, "You're killing it." And I'm like, "It's killing me, but
I
okay."
know you're like, you're such a good liar, but keep telling me more.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's nice
gosh.
to see
Um,
people.
I just really appreciate your guys's uh one, your relationship. Just like how you build each other up and how you support each other, and the world definitely needs more of that in it. The big smiles, the planners, the just all the things. And I really appreciate it that you support the local races, that you support our race. This before I took this race over, it was called the Manam Butte Trail Challenge, and I called it that for several years. But it's also the place where I fell in love with trail running. And so I was ecstatic when I had the opportunity to take it over and then just put my own magic to it and raise the vibe and build it and grow it. And so it's really fun when I see people coming back, and it's not just, you're coming to run a race, we're building community, because actually that's what it's about for me. It's the racing part is really cool. The times, like, I know people get caught up in times. I actually kind of don't care about them. I think it's really cool that we have really fast runners and we can set records, but it's the community. And it's people like you guys who continue to come back and be like, this is really cool, and here's why, and you bring people, or you turn around and support other people. So I just want to say thank you for
Thank
supporting
you.
all of our local races and just being the examples that you are as individuals, but also as a couple and as runners. And we really look forward to hosting you again on April 18th.
Yeah.
Um, I had a thought just to run through my head.
I was
One,
gonna I was gonna say actually we see usually we've been doing itis the
yeah,
last 2 or 3 years. We end up seeing a lot of people from Spitfire out there, and a couple of years was last year some guys like, I think you helped me not go off course on Spitfire because I know all the tricks now, all the tricky turns. So it was
right?
nice to be recognized as the local knowledge
You're like,
there.
you're on the Spitfire. I am the Spitfire badass.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What's just a word of wisdom that you guys, just life in general? What's a word of wisdom that you guys would share with people listening to this? I guess it could be running, life, just whatever comes to your mind.
Do hard stuff
Yes.
Together.
together. Do hard stuff together, make it
I
doubly
love it.
hard.
We're gonna put that as your quotes. Ben, do hard stuff. Janelle, together. Do hard stuff to I love it.
What is their commitment to doing hard stuff?
Oh,
Like,
Leah's asking, what is your commitment to doing hard stuff together?
like you keep doing all these races.
Did you want to come ask
No.
this? You keep doing these races together. What is the commitment there?
I don't know. It we so I think at our peak 2 years ago, we probably did 9 races,
Wow.
and I think they were they all ultras? There were like eight, 7 or 8 ultras in there,
Janelle's
and
face was like, oh.
we we did that hard stuff, and then we were like, we don't need to do that hard now. Let's do different hard. So
Right.
mine is always, I've wanted to do 100 miler. I haven't gotten there yet, but now maybe she will. We got some UTMB stones,
Love it.
maybe we get into that one day.
Right. When you guys are ready, holler. I will come be your part of your crew, your pace. Like,
Sure.
legit, sign me up to be part of what you do.
And we've never had a crew actually. That's the other thing. So
Yeah.
as we meet more people, that would be cool. Usually,
I was supposed to cruise.
uh,
Over
yeah,
to the weekend and fell asleep in the car.
it was if you can come out and meet me at this aid station, but she ran the. I was looking for her. I was like, is she there? Is she there? No, I
He's
can't
like, I
blame you.
couldn't open my eyeballs. That was that a payback for you left me bleeding at the top of the mountain?
Probably, yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
probably. That was the same year, so I earned it. It's fine.
So
No,
I
but I
have
think
one. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think it's good that you have big goals, but I also just want to go like on an adventure, or so I make us less, don't fill the calendar with races, but do what we think is fun, just for
Yeah.
fun, you
Yeah,
know.
we like to do
Yes.
new races.
I like to go to new places. I like to see more, yeah, try other local races that I haven't done before instead of just like mileage goals or,
Right.
I'm like,
Right. See,
let's
again, good. I think that's good balance there. Keeping each other in check and just that's it's so beautiful. But I do have like a last question. When you talk about doing hard things, um, I in my life do hard things intentionally, and I know why I do them. But do you find that when you do hard things intentionally, that when challenging stuff comes up in your world, just everyday living or work, that you're able to manage it better or more healthily because you know how to do hard things intentionally?
Yeah,
And
for
talk
sure.
about that for just a second.
You get what's hard in your life.
you
Oh,
go.
I I find that yeah, when you do hard things, whatever little things that come up that used to be hard, like I don't know, scheduling your life or all those real hard things, you get better at them. And I mean, I've done hard things. I did a PhD. That was pretty hard.
Oh, it's hard to watch
It was
you.
hard to watch as
Yeah,
well. And we've lived uh we lived long distance for a while, and we've moved, and I think
Wow.
and bought a house, and did all these things. And I think racing has made those little things seem less hard and more like, all right, I know what I need to do. I need to make the spreadsheet and do the things, and then
right.
get
And
Janelle to show up, and she makes the decision, and she
right.
starts.
And it's only this far to the next date station.
Yeah.
It's only
Oh,
this far to the
yes.
next mile marker of my life. Like, what did you say?
Perspective.
Yeah, perspective.
It puts it, yes.
Yeah.
Perspective. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys are amazing. Thank you again for joining us tonight. And again, going with the flow. It took us a minute to actually meet up, but I'm so glad
My
we were both
fault.
patient.
Sorry.
No, there's
Reading
no fault.
comprehension.
There is no fault. Like I said, we had our own stuff with travels and whatnot. So we're here, and that's all that matters. We know how to do the hard things and how to flow with it. So for those of you who are watching, we hope you've found lots of yummy nuggets to take away from this, a little bit of relationship advice, a little bit of running wisdom, and really just how to step out of your comfort zones or grind your person out of theirs. And and to remember to do hard things together.
Yeah.
And if you are not sure of something hard that you can do, we have just the thing for you, and that would be the Spitfire Ultra Trail Challenge. Always the third week of April, third weekend of April. This year it happens to be April 18th. Now, you can go to www.spitfireultra.com and get yourself registered. There's lots, we've made it easy, lots of places to push the button and get registered. If you want race swag, hoodie or t-shirt, you've got to be registered by Thursday night, basically. I'm ordering stuff on Friday. So if you're watching this and you're not registered, hustle to your computer, get yourself registered, and then share it out with your friends. If you're registered and you're watching this, share it out with your friends. And what was that wisdom? Share it out with your friends. We would love to see you guys there. We look forward to supporting you through your hard things and having you become part of our badass community. Until we see you guys again, happy training, happy loving, happy working, and all the things. And for those of you watching us, we appreciate you. We love you, and we'll see you soon.